Have you ever felt so lonely that you wished someone, anyone, would simply sit beside you without asking questions? There is an old legend whispered in quiet villages, where spring arrives wrapped in pink blossoms and soft winds. They say that once every year, when the cherry trees bloom for only 7 nights, a young woman appears beneath the oldest tree in the valley. She doesn't ask your name. She doesn't tell you hers. She simply waits. And if your heart has carried loneliness for too long, she speaks. Tonight's story is called The Girl Beneath the Cherry Tree. So, settle into your blankets, slow your breathing, and let the blossoms carry you somewhere peaceful. Long ago, hidden between gentle mountains, there stood a single cherry tree unlike any other. Its trunk was silver gray, twisted with age, and every spring its branches exploded into clouds of pale pink flowers that drifted like snow. The villagers called it the listening tree, not because it could speak, but because everyone who sat beneath it left feeling lighter than when they arrived. No one knew why. Some believed the tree was blessed. Others believed it remembered every tear ever shed beneath its branches. But only a few knew its real secret. Every spring, a girl appeared beneath the blossoms. She looked no older than 25. Her long black hair flowed softly in the wind. She wore a pale pink kimono embroidered with tiny white flowers that never seemed touched by rain or dust. Her eyes were gentle, ancient, filled with the kind of sadness that had long ago become peace. She smiled at strangers as though she had been waiting for them all her life. Yet when morning came, she vanished, leaving only drifting petals behind. One spring evening, a traveler named Adam wandered into the valley. Years earlier, he had lost the woman he loved, not to death, but to time. They had slowly become strangers. Sometimes, the quiet endings hurt more than sudden ones. He had carried that silence ever since. When he reached the old cherry tree, the sun was melting into shades of gold and lavender. Thousands of blossoms floated around him. The air smelled of fresh rain and spring earth. He sat beneath the branches, closed his eyes, and whispered, "I don't know who I am anymore." He wasn't escaping danger. He was simply tired. Tired of cities full of noise. Tired of conversations that meant nothing. Most of all, tired of pretending he wasn't lonely. For a long moment, only the wind answered. Then, a soft voice spoke beside him. "I think you do." Adam opened his eyes. A young woman sat beside him. She smiled as though she had always been there. "I've been waiting," she said softly. He wasn't searching for adventure. He wasn't frightened. Oddly, her presence felt familiar, like remembering a dream he'd forgotten. "You know me?" he asked. She shook her head. "No, I only know loneliness." Her words carried no pity, only understanding. The blossoms drifted around them. For a while, neither spoke. The silence itself felt comforting. Finally, she asked, "What have you been carrying that has become too heavy?" No one had ever asked him that before. "Not really." "So," he answered. He spoke about regret, about missed chances, about phone calls never made, About birthdays forgotten, about becoming invisible, even while surrounded by people. When he finished, the girl simply nodded. You miss the version of yourself that still believed tomorrow would fix everything. Adam felt tears warming his eyes, because she was right. Night settled quietly across the valley. Stars appeared between the branches. The girl reached down and picked up a single cherry blossom. Do you know why these flowers are beautiful? He smiled. Because they bloom. She gently shook her head. No, they're beautiful because they don't stay. They remind us that nothing precious was ever meant to last forever. She released the blossom into the wind. It danced away. So why love anything if it disappears? Adam whispered. She smiled. Because while it exists, it changes you. The next evening, he returned. She was waiting beneath the tree again. So he came the following night, and the one after that. For 7 evenings they talked. Sometimes about memories, sometimes about dreams, sometimes about nothing at all. She laughed quietly whenever birds landed near them. She loved watching the petals fall. She never spoke about herself, not once. On the 7th night, Adam finally asked, "Who are you?" For the first time, her smile became sad. I was once someone who waited, for someone who promised they would return beneath this tree. They never came. I waited through one spring, then another, until my heart forgot how to leave. When I died, the tree remembered my promise. Now, every spring, it lets me return, not to keep waiting, but to keep lonely people company. Not every promise is broken out of cruelty. They never came back? She gently shook her head. No. But eventually, I understood something. So no one else has to wait alone. Adam looked toward the blossoms. They never came back? She gently shook her head. No, but eventually, I understood something. Not every promise is broken out of cruelty. Sometimes, life simply carries people farther than love intended. There was no anger in her voice, only acceptance, the kind that arrives after many years. The eastern sky slowly began turning pale. Dawn. Her time was ending. The petals around her started glowing softly. Adam stood. I don't want you to disappear. She smiled. You don't need me anymore. You remembered how to speak. You remembered how to feel. You remembered that loneliness isn't forever. She placed her hand gently against the old tree. Every blossom shimmered. If you ever feel alone again, with that, the morning breeze carried thousands of blossoms into the air. When they settled, she was gone. Only a single flower rested where she had been sitting. Sit beneath kindness. It grows in more places than trees. Years passed. Adam never forgot her. He returned every spring, not because he expected to see her again, but because others often wandered there, carrying heavy hearts. So he welcomed them, shared tea, listened without interrupting. Sometimes that was enough. Eventually, people began saying the old cherry tree still had its magic, because no one ever left feeling completely alone. Perhaps they were right, or perhaps Kindness has always been the real miracle. Even now, if you ever find yourself walking beneath blooming cherry blossoms, feeling unseen, feeling forgotten, sit quietly for a while. Listen to the wind. You may not see the girl beneath the cherry tree, but if you leave with a lighter heart, perhaps she was there after all. Sleep peacefully, and remember, even the longest winters end with blossoms.